not really knowing what's going on. Now you've experienced it once. What's the biggest thing you're going to see different, or that you guys will do different?
I think that we need to be focused and prepared from the start. You know, I think that coming from our last game that we just played, we really weren't focused from the jump, and we really need to go out there and each tournament game that we play, you know, it's one and done now. So we need to go out there with the focus and the mentality to win each and every game and not get into slow starts like we've been getting into.
How does that game get you ready? You know, that game felt like, I wasn't in the arena that night, but it felt like from watching on TV, that was a tournament atmosphere type game.
Yeah, it was, well, sort of. You know, they had a lot of fans in there, and it was really loud in there. So I think that the biggest thing that got us prepared that we need to understand is that we can't have slow starts. You know, we had a really slow start against Syracuse, a really slow start against Louisville, and we gotta just come out and be the aggressor in the next game, and from here on out.
How do you overcome that?
I think that it's just a mindset that we have to have. You know, we can't ease our way into the game anymore. We have to go out there and really defend and really execute our offense the right way.
Thanks. How much has the experience of playing tournament games last March help this team prepare for this March?
I mean, it'll help. I don't know how much it'll help yet, but I'm hoping that the experience will definitely help us a lot. I mean, I don't think anybody, there's been probably a couple people that weren't here the first years, but our core group of guys have been there, and I'm hoping it helps us a lot. So.
You talked about how it's important to treat it like another game, and there's so much hype around a game that it can be hard to do that. Is that the big lesson, is just to try to, as much as you can, treat it as another game?
Yeah, I mean, going to Greensboro and playing an ACC tournament is definitely huge. But if you go out there and you hype yourself and you psych yourself out, you're not going to be in the game mentally, and I don't think it'll help us a lot. But just going in there to be able to treat it like another game will definitely help. That's just what I tried to do last year, and I feel like it helped me. So I'm just going to tell the freshmen the same thing. So.
How much of a grind is, you know, the tournament time here in the ACC tournament?
The ACC tournament was a huge grind last year. I think I had like 4 or 5 blisters on my feet from last year, 3 games back to back. But if you want to win the championship, you have to go through it. So I mean, we love it. We love the grind. We always want to be there, and hopefully we can get to that third game and that third day.
And do you feel like it's kind of starting to go in the other direction a little bit?
I can't really judge on that. I think I think Coach Bennett's definitely turned the program around. Those 2 are programs that will always get the McDonald's All-Americans and the guys that are highest rated, but I think this program will always compete with them because of the way that Coach Bennett demands that we do it, which is hard work and high character. So I think we will compete.
That you guys don't have the McDonald's All-Americans, is that something that you guys kind of take as a point of pride, that you're up there with those teams and maybe don't have the same blue chips?
For sure. You know, we don't focus on when you get to college and McDonald's All-American, your ranking in high school, none of that matters. And but we focus on doing it the right way every day, and that's what's allowed us to be as successful as those teams.
What is it about in this program and the way he develops the players and everything that allows you guys to be able to compete with those teams without those blue chip players?
He makes us focus on defense from day one that we get here, and after that it's just, I mean, once you learn the defense here, the pack line, it forces you to play together, and then from that it translates to offense, and you already have that habit of playing together on defense, and you start doing it together on offense, and I think that's what builds on itself.